Hey guys, it's Alex and welcome to another video. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys how to create a timer using MFR's Rednet system. This timer will act almost identical to a timer from Redpower or Project Red or any other mod that implements a timer that basically just set and basically just pulses. As you guys can see here, I have a historian which shows you each time it spikes it means it releases a pulse. And this pulse is actually a perfect pulse that I found that when, because by the time it pulses, it releases the liquid using Tinker's Construct Smeltery, and by the time this hardens, right as it gets sucked out, it pulses so that it does it again. So it's basically a perfect synchronization. I'm pretty sure I have a couple ore lying around. I think, do I? I do have some tin, okay. Good. So since I have 3 tin, I'll quickly show you guys this. So once that smelts, it will turn into 1 tin ore equals 2, so it's basically doubling. Also, part of my voice, I am kind of ill and I'm not feeling too well. That's why it's kind of low and deep and weird. So once this is ready, also, as you can see, let me just quickly shut that off. So once I shut that off, it smelts and we have the liquid there. We have 6 tin ingots as expected. So now what happens when I turn this on, once it pulses, which will be pulse, as you guys can see, it liquefies, pulls out, pulses. So it's basically a perfect time, which is I personally find fantastic. Also, if you're noticing, the tin is different from what I have in this chest. Something else I recently noticed with that is to do, ta-da, it auto-converts. So in the config files, whatever tin you have set, it will auto-convert to that tin, which is quite nice actually. So let me see if there's anything else I can smelt. I got cassiterite, yeah, nothing else I got. I can fix that actually. I've got some bread here. I have a little mine I haven't actually gone mining in yet, that I found when I was actually building this place. The reason why I'm kind of working more on this kind of stuff is because I kind of ran into a problem with power. I don't really know how I want to gen power yet. Where is it? There it is. Right. So once I figure out how I want to gen power, then beautiful. Okay. As you can see, I kind of came down here a little bit, but let's just quickly, let's actually morph into a bat, so that I can fly out of here when I need to. But let's just grab maybe a bit of iron, also maybe a bit of copper. Whatever you want to do is you never want to mix copper and tin together in the smeltery, because then it will give you a alloy, which you definitely don't want to do. But anything else like iron and copper or tin and iron, it shouldn't affect anything. So yeah. In your book you'll have a the Mighty Smelters book from Tinker's Construct. It'll actually show you how to create alloys. There's only 4 alloys at the moment. There might be more that he's adding, but at the moment it's only 4, at least the main 4 that I know of. And it will tell you how, so basically just don't mix those metals together and you'll be fine. Shit. Hey, computer's derping. Okay, so we go here, let's throw some of that and that together. Now I'll check to make sure that's not actually going to screw anything up. This is the Mighty book I was talking about, so as you can see, alloys. So yeah, copper, tin, aluminum and copper, cobalt and iodine, and iron and obsidian. And aluminum you don't want to mix, but anything else you can mix together. So yeah, pretty cool. Okay, so once this works, you guys are going to see it's going to do its thing. So let's get into the gist of what this video is for, which is the Rednet cable. Okay, so I'm going to fly up here, I'm going to right click it. I'm going to go to my first page. This is a 6-page timer. So what you're going to want to do is you want to do a wave square timer, and you're just going to set it up. The 5 is, I think, the amount of times every 5 ticks it will pulse once. That's what that is. Then the one-shot pulse means we'll just pulse. It won't stay on and off. So you basically go virus 1, virus 2. A lot of this stuff I don't really understand just yet. I mean, I understand it, but I'm still not 100% understanding it. And then the third one, which is going to be the counter, so it's going to count how many how many seconds before it does another pulse. That's kind of also doing it here, but I don't know. This is kind of a cheaper way of doing it in a sense. And then var is 1 to 0, and then cn is 10, and then the D means down, so it's gonna output its signal down, which is white, so it's gonna go down and out. And then when I flip this lever, since it keeps the original signal on, that does nothing. So let me just make sure I quickly have a backup of this, and I want to try something else, see if it's another way of doing it, which just popped in my head, which probably would work. Okay, I do have a program of it, which is perfect. So if I go here and I hit reinitialize, which I might not want to do just yet, but if I hit reinitialize, confirm, it wipes it completely. So now what I can do is if I go down here to the wave timer and I set this, let's say 5 and down to white, technically that should work. As you can see, it's pulsing really quickly, which I don't like. So let's bump this all the way up to maybe 32 ticks a second. 32 ticks. As you can see, that's much better. Still not perfect though. The way I had it was personally much better. So let's just clock this up all the way and see what happens. We can always reinitialize. Let's just make it, what, 85? Sure. Now how big is that? See, now as you can see, it's on and then off, which is a problem because now we have to wait, right? That kind of sucks. So what we can do is reinitialize this, and if we go down, we hit wave square timer, put that to 5, and hit that to vars 1, next page, and we go one shot timer, which is down here. Is it one shot? No, I hit equals, whoops, one shot pulsar. Then we go to vars 1. Well, actually, I can just right click to go back to vars 2. What does that do? Does that do anything? Nah, that still does nothing. Okay, so now we need the counter, which is the final piece of this puzzle, to make it a nice timer that goes tick-tick like a Redpower timer. So I'm going to go counter. This one is going to be the vars 1. And then pre-init is going to be, that's going to stay 0, so put that to null, which I can't find, just keep it 0. And then this one also is that, no, sorry, here we go. And then set that to down. What does that do now? Now, as you can see, it's on all the time. Interesting. So I'm just kind of screwing around with this stuff here. So we're going to go vars 1, and then we're going to set this to CNS10, which is going to be how many seconds it goes before it pulses. So as you can see, ding, ding. And right when that leaves the screen, it should pulse again. Ding, ding, perfect. So that's the exact pulse that I needed, that I found earlier. So what this is doing is essentially it's going to pulse down once every, I think that's, so what it's going to do is it's going to, okay, so what's happening is we're going to go to the first page, and it's going to go every 5 ticks, it's going to pulse, and it's going to store that in vars 1. And, oh, what happened to, okay, so second page is actually not even needed. I'm dummy. So then what it's going to do is it's going to take vars 1 and it's going to multiply it by 10. So it's going to do every 50 seconds, every 50 ticks, it's going to pulse 1 down. And since there's a counter, it's going to turn on and off. It's not going to stay on, as we had the problem before. So that's pretty much how you create the timer. Hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you guys need any help with this, so if you want me to create anything else using MFR, like maybe a timer with a sequencer, just, I don't know, some more complex things, leave ideas in the comments, and I will possibly create a video for you guys. So hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all in another video.